I am Stu Pluback. You guys may know me from my currency channel, but I also play a little bit of Skyrim. I've been playing Skyrim since it originally came out, and I just found out that the Anniversary Edition just came out. And the Anniversary Edition includes all kinds of the downloadable content that I never really downloaded. So this game, I don't want to say is completely new to me, but there are a lot of new sections to this game. Um, for instance, I'm well aware of the vampires, the werewolves, stuff like that. But there's other things such as fishing, backpacks, you know, any of those mods that are now included in this, I don't know a whole lot about. I decided I was going to start this channel because I enjoy watching other people game, and when it comes to Skyrim, I play a certain way, and unfortunately most people don't play that way. A lot of people will play Skyrim so that they can level up as fast as possible. I've tried doing versions of that. I'm more interested in trying to 100% the game. I want to explore every dungeon, I want to explore every town, talk to every person, complete every mission. I want to do all that, and I've never been able to do that because in all of the versions of Skyrim that I've ever played, there's always been some type of glitch to prevent me from completing a particular task, and it's always a different task every time I start. So it gets kind of annoying that I've gone through literally thousands of hours of playing Skyrim, and I've never been able to 100% it. So with this Anniversary Edition, I still expect there to be glitches, um, but I'm hoping that I can at least come close to 100%ing the game. Um, Specifically when I play the game, though, my particular way of playing is I am a hoarder. If sorry, I got a cough right now. If I see somebody playing a game and they take out a bunch of bandits and they leave all the equipment there, that drives me insane. So when you see me going through this particular game, I'm going to be picking up everything. If I'm walking from one town to the next, you can bet I'm going to pick just about every ingredient I can find. If I kill an animal, I'm taking the hide. If there are bandits, I'm taking everything they own. That may lead me to, oh, I don't know, having a follower just as not only a tank, but as a mule. I'm interested to see how the backpack works because that may help out my early gameplay. But yeah, it literally causes me anxiety to watch other people play the game and leave the stuff everywhere. My mindset in this game has always been, I don't know what I don't know. And if I don't know, then it's better that I have the item. So yeah, I will pick up all the different items, and I know that there are quests where you need 10 of a certain item, and rather than me then having to go out and find 10 of those items or whatever, I can just go back to my house and pick up those 10 items. So yeah, that's just part of the reason why I'm a hoarder in this game. For those of you who don't know, there's the Creation Club mods. Let's see if I go to Creation Club here real quick. I have the feeling this is going to show some of the stuff that have been added to this particular game if you are not familiar with the Anniversary Edition. I'm not familiar with the Anniversary Edition. I've watched a couple people play a little bit, but like I said, once you get to the actual gameplay and they start leaving things, I just start twitching, so I can't really deal with that. Alright, so now it's showing from the downloadable content, I guess is what it is. When I first put in the game, at first I was nervous because when I put in the game, I turned it on to see if I could see anything different, and it was the same game. And then I realized you have to put in a code, and when you put in a code, that's when you get all of this neat stuff. So let me just go over to purchased, because I didn't purchase any of the stuff. I was given enough credits to download all this stuff. So this is what some of the new stuff is. I mean, there's the Adventurer's Backpack. I guess I can click on this. It's installed. I can read all the fine print, but so could you guys. I'll just put that up there so that if you want, you can read it. The different pictures. That's pretty cool. There's alternative armors, which are interesting. When I play Skyrim, I don't dedicate it to a particular role play. The game itself is good enough for me. I don't have to come up with a background for my character. When I play it as me, so I'm not worried about figuring out a background. If there's a particular set of armor that I like, I will get it. Usually it's all going to be character based, whatever my character happens to be doing. If I'm doing a lot of sneaking, I'll probably have light armor. If I'm doing some tanking, I'll put some heavy armor. Let's see here. Yeah, so you can just see all of the different little things that have been added. Bone Wolf, Bow of Shadows. And yeah, I can just keep going this way. If you haven't gotten the game, here's your reason why. I think I paid $50. It's probably the third copy of Skyrim that I own. And like I said, without the download code, I wouldn't have any of this stuff. So I essentially paid $50 for all of these downloads. And as you can see, zombies. As you can see, it looks pretty well worth it. I mean, the amount of stuff that's added to this is almost a brand new game in and of itself. And the fact that hopefully I'll be able to dive in and spend hundreds of hours doing this again will definitely make it worth it. Wild horses, that's interesting. So that is what's in the Creation Club and the stuff that was downloaded. Let's see what else we got. Mods. You can see that play with mods at your own risk. You may experience issues with mods. That line is part of what prevented me from ever getting any of the mods. You can see there's numerous mods that are available. I don't have any of them. I don't use any mods because I was having so many glitches prior to ever doing any of this stuff that adding a mod would simply make the game, in my opinion, almost impossible to play. I always wanted to 100% it, and if I can't 100% the game without mods, meaning that there's been some type of glitch, the more I add to the game, to me just seems the more likely there are to be other glitches and other things that are going to prevent me from finishing. So when I play without the mods, but the whole point of getting the 10th anniversary edition is to get all the stuff that was available with the Creation Club. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to get started with a brand new character. So I'm going to new, start new game, and we are going to sit through the god-awful, painful first 10 minutes of this game until we can get to character creation. Now, if you've done any practicing on this game, or if you've had to start and restart, you know how long this particular opening section can get, so I do apologize for that. I am going to let it run. I'm probably going to go get another cup of coffee while it's going, so I'll show you back in just a second as soon as this runs, because I don't want to leave you guys on a blank screen. Now, normally when I do this stuff, I will probably be going anywhere from 1 to 3 hours, and obviously continuing along. Kind of excited to see how far I can get. I will end up with a regular time, hopefully a couple times a week. And I'm going to try not to read all this stuff out loud, because most of you know what it is, but I will at least scroll down, so if anybody does want to pause and read stuff, they can. Wireless headsets.
Hey, you! Finally awake. You were trying to cross the border, right? Walked right into that Imperial ambush, same as us. And that thief over there.
Damn you Stormcloaks. Skyrim was fine until you came along. Empire was nice and lazy. If they hadn't been looking for you, could have stolen that horse and been halfway to Hammerfell. You there, you and me, we shouldn't be here. It's these Stormcloaks the Empire wants.
We're all brothers and sisters in binds now, thief.
Shut up back there.
What's wrong with him, huh?
Watch your tongue. You're speaking to Ulfric Stormcloak, the true High King.
Ulfric? Jarl of Windhelm? You're the leader of the rebellion. But if they've captured you... Oh gods, where are they taking us?
I don't know where we're going, but Sovngarde awaits.
No, this can't be happening. This isn't happening.
Hey, what village are you from, horse thief?
Why do you care?
A Nord's last thoughts should be of home.
Rorikstead. I'm from Rorikstead.
General Tullius, sir. The headsman is waiting.
Good. Let's get this over with.
Sure. Mara, Debella, Kinnereth, Akatosh, Divines, please help me.
Look at him. General Tullius, the military governor. And it looks like the Dalmor are with him. Damn elves. I bet they had something to do with this. This is
In my
Helgen.
previous playthrough,
I used to be sweet on my girl.
actually get to see the interior. Of
Wonder if
Helgen while
Vilod is still
everything's
making that mead with juniper berries mixed in. Funny, when I was a boy, imperial walls and towers used to make me feel so safe.
Who are they, Daddy? Where are they going?
We need to go inside.
Why? I want to watch the soldiers.
Inside the house. Now.
Whoa!
Yes, Papa.
Get these prisoners out of the carts. Move it!
Why are we stopping?
Why do you think? End of the line. Let's go. Shouldn't keep the gods waiting for us.
No, wait! We're not rebels!
Face your death with some courage, thief.
You've got to tell them! We weren't with you! This is a mistake!
Step towards the block when we call your name. One at a time.
Empire loves their damn lists.
Ulfric Stormcloak, Jarl of Windhelm.
It has been an honor, Jarl Ulfric.
Ralof of Riverwood. Lokir of Rorikstead.
No! I'm not a rebel! You can't do this!
Halt!
You're not gonna kill me!
Archers! Anyone else feel like running?
Wait. You there. Step forward. Who are you?
Aha, now I finally get to make a character. One of the characters I like to play is bizarre. I like to play the Argonians. The reason I like to play the Argonians, first and foremost, is if you decide to ever get married, it's funny that somebody chooses to marry a lizard. But more importantly, for gameplay purposes, Argonians can breathe underwater. And because of that, there's a lot of stuff you can explore in lakes, rivers, and underground flooded castles where you don't have to worry about water breathing. So it's for that reason alone I generally like to play as an Argonian. So I'm going to do that, and let's see. I'm going to go with male. Everybody always puts so much into their character creation. The thing is, I usually play in first person, so I never get to see my own character. So that really doesn't faze me at all. I've watched people spend hours on this stuff, and it just kind of drives me a little insane. So, like I said, to me, it's not the most important thing. I will just flip through it here. Here we go. Let's see. We'll give him... There, that's good. Good enough for me. Done. Don't really care. Finish and name your character, okay? I'm not going to call him prisoner, so let's erase that. We will go with who I am and what I do. Stu the do the Hoarder, because that's what I do. Okay. And of course, this is a character attribute, not a personal attribute. I am not a hoarder in personal, but in the game, yes, I am.
Are you a relative of one of the Riften dockworkers, Zagonian? Captain, what should we do? He's not on the list.
Forget the list. He goes to the block.
By your orders, Captain. I'm sorry. We'll make sure your remains are returned to Black Marsh. Follow the captain, prisoner.
Ulfric Stormcloak. Some here in Helgen call you a hero, but a hero doesn't use a power like the voice to murder his king and usurp his throne. You started this war, plunged Skyrim into chaos, and now the Empire is going to put you down and restore the peace.
What was that?
It's nothing. Carry on.
Yes, General Tullius. Give them their last rites.
As we commend your souls to Aetherius, blessings of the 8 divines upon you.
For the love of Talos, shut up
Salt
and let's get
earth
this over with.
learn our...
As you wish.
Come on! I haven't got all morning. My ancestors are smiling at me, Imperials. Can you say the same?
You Imperial bastards!
Justice!
Death to the Stormcloaks!
As fearless in death as he was in life.
Next, the lizard!
Here it is again. Did you hear that?
I said, next prisoner!
To the block, prisoner. Nice
Here
and
we
easy.
go.
What in
How many of you
oblivion
played
is
this
that?
the first time thought you screwed
Sentry.
up already?
What do you see?
It's in the ground!
It looks like the end of the game. It looks like you're supposed to have gone
Guards won't give us an even chance! This way!
Jarl, look. What is that thing? Could the legends be true?
Legends don't burn down villages.
We need to move, now! Up through the tower. Let's go! Let's go! Come on! Let's go! Clear the way. See the inn on the other side? Jump through the roof and keep going. Go! We'll follow when we can.
It pains me to not be able to pick up anything.
Damn it! Get over here!
What are you doing?
Arrow.
On the road!
Hammond, you need to get over here! Now! That boy, you're doing great. Toro! Everyone get back! Still alive, prisoner? Keep close to me if you want to stay that way. Gunnar, take care of the boy. I have to find General Tullius and join the defense. God's guide.
I am impressed by how stress-inducing this opening seems, even though there's no way to get
Stay close to the wall!
but yet you still feel that sense of
Quickly!
other than going the way that I'm going.
Into the keep, soldier! We're leaving!
But for the most part,
It's you and me, prisoner! Stay close!
I'm not going to use anything.
What does it take to kill this monster?
Any of the
Raylo,
cheats like
you
that.
damn traitor! Out of my way!
We're escaping, Catar. You're not stopping us this time.
Fine. I hope that dragon takes you all to Sovereign Guard. With me, prisoner. Let's go. Yeah. Where are you going? The barracks is through here.
I know that was a choice to be made. I could have followed the Stormcloaks or the way that I was.
Looks like we're the only ones who made it. Was that really a dragon? To bring us of the end times? We should keep moving. Come here. Let me see if I can get those bindings off. Let's cut you loose.
Yes, let's cut me loose.
There you go.
Alright, find some equipment. And so
Got to be a sword or two in one of these chests. Look
I
around.
check everything. And as you can see, I am very fluent.
Got to be a sword or two.
I'm not going to read the books. If you guys want to read books, you
One
can
of these
read the
chests.
books.
Look around.
I will click on reading the books, but I'm not going to actually read the books.
Got to be
All
a
been
sword
well
or two in
documented.
one of these chests.
I don't
Look
feel
around.
me.
You better get some gear.
For this intro,
See
I
if
hate
one
how
of these
dark
chests
it
has
is.
some armor for you. Got to be a
Now,
sword
early
or two
on,
in
we
one
get
of these
encumbered
chests. Look
fairly
around.
quickly, but this is only a hindrance for the very first part of this.
You
'cause
better get some gear.
based on where I end up going right away, I've got a place to stash everything. Alright, so I will be putting on the Imperial Light Armor, I will be equipping the sword, I will put on the boots, I will take the key,
You better get that armor on. Give that sword a few swings too.
and I've got my
Let's keep moving. That thing is still out there.
Alright, open the door.
Come on, this way.
Just give me a minute. I'm out of breath.
Hear that? Stormcloaks. Maybe we can reason with them. Hold up now. We only want to... If you want to die,
To the
so
end!
what?
This what you want, huh? All right, you've had enough.
You're a disgrace to your own.
Die, dog.
No one here now. Let me see if I can...
Great sword.
That door open.
Press L2 to block. There. Now I want to check these fallen bodies real quick. All the good stuff. There's one over here in the corner, right there.
Let's go.
Alright, I think that
Let's go.
That. Let's go check it. I can probably get back up to Skyrim this way, but that's not
Let's go.
the aim. The aim is to go this way. One other thing I want to do real quick is I want to switch over to a two-handed weapon. Because if I remember, I don't have a shield yet. Do I? Oh, I do have a shield. That's okay. I still need a couple rounds into this, just to have all the stats. I'm trying to get out of the habit of always using a bow. So I'm kind of forcing myself to try other weapons. And at the early stages of the game, nothing's going to kill anything with one hit or anything like that, so I have no problem making stuff legendary, making my skills legendary, and since I can use my bow as often as I do, that'll usually get made legendary numerous times, so trying to speed level my bow is not a big thing, but my weapons,
Damn, that dragon doesn't give up easy.
What are you doing? We need to get out of Helgen, now!
These Imperials have potions in here. We're going to need them.
Hey! Make us alive!
Faith!
See how awesome I am at
An old storeroom. See if you can find some potion. Might come in handy.
I almost feel like I have to re-explain my hoarding ability. Early on in the game, you obviously have nothing, so anything you acquire is good. And even when you start to get encumbered, the thing to remember is everything you find can be sold. And since you have no gold, the more things that you have, the more things you can sell to get gold. So even things like these tankards that are only $1 or $1.07, when you try to sell them, you can't even sell them for anything because they undercut your price, so they're listed as a value of 0. But as your speech improves, you then gain the ability to sell those, and your speech improves by selling all the other stuff that you have. So even the stuff that seems useless eventually does come into play, which is why I take it all. Baskets, once again, excuse me, the baskets are just like tankards. They don't have any value when you try to sell them initially, but once you get a few levels in, then you can start selling those. Hoarding may drive some of you guys nuts. I apologize, but people who play and leave the stuff everywhere, that drives me nuts. I was really anxious to see all the new stuff with this game, and I didn't want to buy it again. But once I discovered that there was no way to, or nobody was, what's this? It says harvest rabbit. I will harvest the rabbit. I don't see a rabbit. Interesting. Like I was saying,
done then? This way.
Since nobody plays the way that I play, I couldn't watch anybody do the things that I do. So if you are a hoarder and you tend to find everything like I do, you'll appreciate watching this particular playthrough. And like I said, I am not your standard gamer, so I do kind of suck at this. Which means I will probably get killed multiple times.
That's the end of that.
You fellows happened along just in time. These boys seemed a bit upset at how I've been entertaining their comrades.
Don't you even know what's going on? A dragon is attacking Helgen.
A dragon? Please, don't make up nonsense.
This is generally where my character starts to become encumbered.
Although, come to think of it, I did hear some odd noise. This is coming from over there.
Come with us. We need to get out of here.
Over here.
You have no authority over me, boy.
Just don't want to
Didn't you hear me? I said the keep is under attack.
Wait a second. Looks like there's something in this cage.
Don't bother with that. Lost the key ages ago.
So?
For weeks.
See if you can get it open with some picks. We'll need everything we can get.
There we go. I'm officially encumbered now. You can see my movement has dropped.
Grab what you can and let's go.
I don't know that it's a cheat that I discovered. Probably not. I don't discover anything. But when you are just crawling like this, some people find that so annoying. And I'm not saying it isn't, because I too get frustrated at watching the slow speed. But I'm going to show you a little thing that I've learned, and I don't know if I can do it quite yet. Let me look. Not yet. Somehow I got arrows, but there's no bow. Alright, I can go a little faster if I'm not sneaking. Just put this away. And I'm going to unlock these. Yes, there's lockpicking, so you can read that. Unlock these so that I can get a start on lockpicking for my skills. Well, that's another one that I try to make. I try to cap out at 100, and I don't necessarily want to make it legendary because you have to find locks. And there are only so many things that you can lock. Once you've unlocked something, you can rediscover it locked, but you don't get credit for unlocking it. So you only increase your lock picking ability by picking locks you have never picked before. That means there is a finite number of locks to pick. So if that's the case, if that's the case, once I get this to 100, I don't want to lose that 100, so I will just keep it going. Make sure there's nothing hanging. I suppose I never even attempted this, except he's looking right at me, so it's not gonna work. Talk to the torturer. Just curious. Yeah, he's gonna sit there and stare at me. There. Now I'm hidden. But he's still looking at me. I wonder. What happens if I try to put... Oh, he doesn't have anything, so it doesn't matter. I should have checked that first. Okay. Got that, got that, got that. Everything on the table, everything back there. Got it all.
There's no way out.
Like I said, I am moving slow right now, but as soon as I get a bow, that'll all change. And also, like I said, with the limited number of locks to be picked, I know, see how bad I am? You guys are laughing at me that I'm finding novice locks that I can't open right away. Just want to double check, make sure there's nothing in here. The other side. This one's open already. I think I can pick this one. Yep. Makes me wonder how many people just run through all this and leave all this stuff here. Even if the equipment isn't that important, all the locks that you can pick while you're in here, just to get a jump on that particular skill. One thing I'm not fond of is how dark it is. I wish I had a light spell early on. Nooks and crannies. You always feel like you're missing something.
Come on, hurry up. Better to stick together down here.
This way.
This way.
One of the benefits of being encumbered is that you are slower than the main character. So he is running ahead, and he will tank for me, and I can come in and finish up with whatever. But he's gonna take care of most of the stuff for me.
in Oblivion are we supposed to go? Where's the way out?
Just give me a minute. Let me think. You won't leave Helgen alive.
There goes my tank. He's gonna stay high on me.
Do your work.
I'll get through it. Okay, so now if I go to weapons and I equip the longbow, I've got a couple arrows, not many, but got some. The next thing I want to do is I want to go to sneak mode, and when I'm in sneak mode, if you aim, you actually move a lot quicker. So even though I'm encumbered, I can still move at an almost unencumbered pace.
Over here. Let's see where this goes.
And this accomplishes all kinds of stuff. And to start with, I'm encumbered, so I'm carrying essentially an infinite amount of stuff. But I'm sneaking. So being encumbered and sneaking, I'm gaining sneak points to increase that particular aspect. That and the fact also increases my readiness.
I guess we're lucky that didn't come down on top of us.
That's right, it's just
We'd better push on. I'm sure the others will find another way out.
Unless you're a Hoarder like me, you don't even know exists. You can go back here, find there's a skeleton and another little bit of treasure. And there's skeleton, healing potion. And this, I don't remember if anything was back here or not, but if you were to walk across that bridge early on and fall off, this is where you end up. Yeah, over here. So yeah, once again, being encumbered, once you have a bow, you're in business.
Let's go.
The thing is, I'm not even. This may be a glitch that I uncovered earlier because I'm still using the same saves.
I guess we'd better try this way.
Because one of the perks is to be able to move quicker while sneaking. And that's kind of what this is. This is kind of like that perk. So if perk, and yet the glitch is still in the game that I get to move quickly while sneaking. There's the spiders. Let's see if I can take out all these. Not all of them. Actually, I shouldn't, because I have such a rolling over there. He's going to do just fine.
Must have scared them off.
Here. All kinds of spider eggs. Oops, the spiders.
Where'd you come from?
That's the end of that. What next? Main snakes.
One of my arrows back. Yeah, getting the arrows back is no big deal throughout most of the game, but early on when you don't have any, yeah. It's like air. You don't think about it until you're not getting it. Now there's a bunch of these spider eggs down here, and I will pick them up. Exact for spider eggs. Most of this area you're not going to be able to get back to. That's why I try to pick up everything I can while I'm into the first time, because you won't be able to come back, and if you can't come back, the stuff that's here is never to be had again. So this is like your one opportunity to get it all. And even though there's stuff like it throughout the game, and even though stuff regenerates, I just have that impulse to pick up everything when I have the opportunity. Oh, I see I've got somebody chatting with me. I finally got somebody watching. How you doing? It's V. How you doing, V? Alright, I think I got everything out of here. Yep. Alright, so now we're going to go a little further and figure out where he went.
This looks like
have played this before, believe me. But this is just my first time.
this looks like the way.
This is my first time playing the Anniversary Edition, and I've seen other people playing it, but they aren't hoarders. They leave so much stuff behind. I pick up everything that I find. Right now I just started, and I'm trying to get out of Helgen. Trying to do it without forgetting everything, without missing anything. There we go, ultimately, I want 100% the game, but I'm not trying to speed rush, I'm not trying to speed through it. I'm just trying to play the game and enjoy all the little things that I've probably missed in the past.
Hold up. There's a bear just ahead. See her? I'd rather not tangle with her right now. You might be able to sneak by. Just take it nice and slow, and watch where you step.
Or if you're feeling lucky, you can take this bow. Might take her by surprise. Go ahead. I'll follow your lead and watch your back.
I got the bear.
Not the sneaking type, huh?
Done. Once again, oh, I just skipped over there. Since I am over encumbered, I'm using the bow trick. else here other than just a bear. But people. Our bones. Any more bones? Skulls? People have been here, the bear got them. Just looks like we're going to put a treasure chest. Didn't want to share that. Skeletons left here. Is there anything up there? Is it gonna let me up here? Nope, okay, maybe.
This looks like the way out. I was starting to wonder if we'd ever make it.
Alright, you're just about to daylight. To Skyrim. We are out of the cave, we are out of Helgen, we are free, and we have basically every single piece of things you can possibly pick up while in Helgen. Survivor mode. This is one of the new things. Survivor mode. Survival adds the need to eat, sleep, and stay warm. It also adds additional challenges such as no fast travel, reduced carry weight, and leveling up only when you sleep. See the survival mode entry in help for details. Enable survivor mode. You can enable or disable survivor mode at any time from the gameplay settings menu. That does sound really cool. However, that's going to defeat me trying to 100% this, so I'm not going to do survival mode now. But I'm sure the next time I start this game, the next time I start from the beginning, I will try survivor mode. Right now, I'm more interested in checking out all the new things that they added to the game versus trying to survive. But I can see how that would be a really cool version of the game to play. So I'm going to go no for now.
Wait! Looks like he's gone for good this time. But I don't think we should stick around to see if he comes back. Closest town from here is Riverwood. My uncle's a blacksmith there. I'm sure he'd help you out. It's probably best if we split up. Good luck. I wouldn't have made it without your help today.
Alright, so we are off to Riverwood. Now, since I am encumbered, of course, I'm still going to be sneaking. And you increase your sneak, of course, whenever you are moving and you are undetected around the vicinity of a creature or character. So, by doing this, I'm increasing my sneak or my sneak and it's also making me walk at the almost unencumbered rate. I'm picking up all the ingredients I can because further on in the game, one of the greatest ways to make money is to make potions. You can make potions for cheap and sell them for a lot. One I played before. One of the things I was trying to do was to get a million coins, and you gotta be careful because once you start to get a bunch of coins, a ridiculous number, it'll trigger a glitch. Almost makes the game unfun anymore because it'll basically take away keeping track of gold. So I don't necessarily want that to happen, but I still want to be able to get enough gold to buy and sell just about anything at any particular point. Starting is always the hard part. Oh, there was more up there. One of the things I noticed when playing this game is that as soon as we get out of the cave, he says we should split up. And then he tells me that I should go to Riverwood. And then he comes with me to Riverwood, which is not splitting up. I know there's a mine around here, and there is, that's the direction to the mine. You can see that up top. And there's Bleak Falls Barrow, which is ultimately going to be our first home. But what we're really looking for right now are the standing stones, and that's going to be the first thing we come up with. Standing stones. Now this is going to be one of your first basic choices. Basically it's going to be mage, warrior, or thief. And like I said, early on in the game, I find myself in this crouching position because I am generally over encumbered. So I will activate the thief stone so that my thief skills increase 20% quicker, since that is almost always the active position I am in. Here's the mage stone, over here the warrior. But yeah, being encumbered and sneaking, might as well get the additional buff. Once I make it to the College of Winterhold, I decided to explore more in the magic, I'll come back here and switch that over to magic, or to the mage stone, because I'll be using a lot more magic, but early on, not so much. Now, one of the things that is new from the vanilla game, at least from the original, is salmon roll. And when you see these waterfalls, occasionally you'll see salmon jumping. You can go in the water and catch salmon. But if you happen to catch the salmon that are jumping up the river, jumping up the waterfall, they are doing that because they are spawning, which means they are full of salmon roe, fish eggs. And that's an ingredient you don't get very much of. So when you buy a waterfall, take a peek, see if there are salmon jumping. If there are, you might be able to score some salmon roe. It does take a little bit of time, a little bit of getting used to it to actually catch them. And you can't just sit there for hours on end getting them. There's only so many. Even though you're going to see all kinds of fish jumping, you can only grab so many. But generally it's a small number, 2 or 3. I'm not seeing anybody jumping yet. But yeah, it's one of those ingredients that we just don't see very much. Because of my sneaking, I've finally been able to level up. When you level up, you guys know all this, there's all the details, you can read that as you want. I am going with health. And let's see. I am going to be using two-handed weapon for the most part early on. Once people close quarters with me, I use my bow from a distance, and then when they close two-handed, mainly because I don't use two-handed weapons very often. So if I use two-handed early on when things are easy, that makes it that much easier to later on switch to one-handed where I can use a shield and block as well. So I'm taking two-handed to start with. I do plan on getting all the perks. If you have to get the level 291 or something, you have to get to some ridiculously high level to get all the perks. Something I have also never done. So hopefully I can do that with this playthrough. Alright, let's see any depth. There's salmon jumping. Let's see over here as well. Let's see if I can position myself to get one or two. Gotta catch them when they're jumping. Generally, if you get into a precarious position, that's part of it. Right now, this is probably not the best idea because I am over-encumbered, so I don't move in the water very well. But at least that shows you the fish jumping, and okay, we should have rolled that back down. This was one of the aspects of the game that made me a little nervous about live streaming, because I can hear the wolf, but I can't see the wolf. And I sit there and wonder, can you guys see the wolf? And now they're coming. Maybe when I now I can switch over to Warhammer Iron Great Sword. 1923. We'll do this one. There we go. We're still. Now get the wolf up. And now put my longbow back on so that I can move. Keep him up there. Right here. I'm not trying to get off the path, but I saw the lunar line, and this is something you're not going to end up with a bunch of. So if I see them, I want to grab them so I can get the wings. Good ingredient. I've played this game, like I said, probably thousands of hours, but to say out loud all the effects of each ingredient, couldn't do it. I just know some ingredients are rarer than others, so given the opportunity to pick up those, I try to. I know stuff like the mountain flowers, They're everywhere. But they're there. Why not pick them up? They weigh hardly nothing. And when it comes time to start making potions, when it comes time to figuring out potions, it's great to have these, because you can start burning through ingredients really quick. I don't want to sit there buying ingredients. I want to have them when I start doing all this stuff. For the most part, I'm sticking to the road right now, only because it's the early part of the game. I don't want to go off exploring right away. I want to be able to get to Riverwood, unload some of the stuff I got. Then my first step, once that's unloaded, is heading to Bleak Falls Barrow, because if you clear Bleak Falls Barrow, you can use that as a house until you can buy a house. So you can just store all your stuff there. Yeah, I see the Mirror Root over there. I'm not going to try crossing the water while encumbered, because you can get swept away. Yet another reason why I chose Argonian, because I won't accidentally drown. Dust bunnies drive me nuts. At a glance, I always think that they're moths, and you can't pick them. They're not bees. they're not lunar moths. They're just pollen. Alright, I discovered Riverwood. Alright, well, we are nearing the end of my very first live stream. Thanks for watching, guys. I grab this over here. I don't want to get too far into Riverwood, because there are some things I want to do in here. And, but I will be saving it shortly. Make sure I find all this stuff. Okay, that's good. There's probably a guard post over here. Yeah. Alright. So I will save this right here, and the next time I start, this is where I'll be continuing my first adventure into Riverwood. I will talk with the trader. I will talk to the first Alvern, I think is his name, Alvor. I will learn my smithing skills. I will go into the tavern, and I will do everything that's there, and then I will make my way to Bleak Falls Barrow, clear that out so I have a place to live. That is the plan. We'll see how long it takes. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.